Hi Rupa, how are you?
Yes, sir. Fine. How are you, sir?
I'm good too. Thank you. So can you tell us something about yourself?
So, I'm Rupa Heralgi, and I have completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Computer and Information Science. And I worked as a QA for a smart company. As a QA, I played a manual and automation testing role. In that, we used the agile methodology to develop the software, and we use Jira tool in manual for bug tracking.
Hmm.
And in automation, we use Selenium with Java and BDD framework. In that, we have used keyword driven framework. That is a hybrid framework, BDD and keyword driven.
Right,
That's
right.
yeah.
Okay, fine. Uh, can you tell me about OOPS concepts?
Oops concept,
Mhm.
object oriented programming, where
Mhm.
class, object, in inheritance, and in interface, polymorphism, abstraction. These are all the oops concept, uh,
Mhm.
where we can achieve the security related and the related development of that application.
So can you elaborate these OOPS concepts? Can you define these things with some examples?
Uh, yes, sir. Object is the one oops concept where it is like the in instant of that class. Like class, in the class we have defined many variables and methods. In that we can use more objects to represent that class. Like one class of car is there, where in the method we have car uh, car company, color, like that. And
Mhm.
we create one new object. By that we can create multiple objects using that one. We can use the methods of that class, same class.
Okay, okay. What is abstraction?
Abstraction is a blueprint of that class, where the body is not present. By the development, we can use that abstract method to declare that body.
Hmm. Okay. See, when you get this question about abstraction, so what is abstraction? See, class is actually a blueprint. Okay. Class will contain the objects, the methods, the data members. What is abstraction? So abstraction is one of the OOPS concept in which you show only relevant data and you hide the unnecessary things from the user, right? For example, you can take this example. You want to log into your bank account online. So you enter your user ID, you enter your password, you click on the login button, right? Now you are logged in into the account, but behind the scenes what is happening, it is going into the database and it is checking whether this particular user is active or not, whether this particular user is not deleted. Those kind of checks it will make, it will verify it, and then it will be putting you into the application. It will allow you to log in into the application, right? So the internal details, the implementation things are hidden from the abstraction point of view, right? Now, can
Yeah.
you write a simple program which has an abstract class? Yeah, you can open Notepad, Notepad++, ID, anything. And I have given you screen sharing rights. You can click on share screen, green color button. Yeah. Can you click on this green color button, share screen
Yes.
button? Yeah.
Can I use Eclipse?
Yeah, whichever tool, whichever IDE you are comfortable with, you can use it.
Use abstract class, no, sir?
Yes. You have to write one program in which you are having abstract class, right? And then you have to use the methods of that class into your different class. Because in abstract class, you will have some of the abstract methods and some as the non-abstract methods as well. Yes, you're going on in the right direction, right? Define this class as abstract. So you'll write abstract class and the name of that class. Any name you can give.
Hmm. Sir, I think something is wrong here. Extends.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We
So what you have done here is you have created one class, abstract PRG, and then you have defined the methods abstract print and abstract color. Okay. Then what you are doing is you are going for public car, which is extending. Okay. So here, if you see at the line number 8, instead of abstract, you have written abstract. So there's a spell check that you have to do at line number 8. Public class extends. Copy that name, abstract PRG, and keep it there because otherwise it will not be keeping, no? Yeah, fine. So you have defined this thing now. Now, if you see this thing, the class which you have opened at the line number 3, you have a flower bracket there at line number 4. You have to close this class as well, right?
so
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, close that class because that is one of the entity. Okay, that class gets closed. Yeah, close it. Yeah. Now you have one more class, which is your car, which is extending this abstract PRG. Okay, now in this, you have to call these methods abstract print, abstract color, and you have to define those methods.
So
Mhm.
here also abstract keyword is coming.
You don't need to define abstract keyword. You just need to define the body, or you can say these methods. So you need to define the print, the color, right? Like
Yes.
that. So you need to write those methods. So you can write public void something, that method name, like that. Wait, I'll showcase you one of the program. Yeah, can I share the screen?
Here we have to
Mm-hmm. Shall I?
take.
Yeah, you have to create an object here in the main.
Hmm.
In the main method, you'll be creating an object, right?
We cannot create object of that abstract class or
So,
directly.
so what you can do is you can write abstract PRG object name, any object name equal to new your second class name, which is your car, right? So that's how you can come up with that particular thing. Equal to new, yeah, the second car, car, car one. You take an object of the car one. Now you call those methods using the car reference. Yeah. Now write PRG dot. So if you see from line number 9th to line number 20 in that particular class, right? You have to define that class. So you have written ninth line, public car. But what is car? It's a class, right? So you have to define class before that. Class, public class, car, yeah, extends like that, right? And then within that, you need to write those methods. So you'll write print. So what is print? You can
Yes,
set that return type to void. Hover on that print method. Hover on that print method. Yeah, set method return type to void. Yeah, yeah. Select that thing. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Similarly, color as well. Just hover on that color. Yeah, yeah. Hover on that color itself. Yeah, yeah. Just hover. Yeah, yeah. So set method return type to void, right? So this is how you'll be defining
abstract class.
these are
Method.
abstract methods actually. Void color, void print. These are abstract methods, right?
Hmm.
Now you don't need to close this class. So remove that 21st line flower bracket. This object creation would be a part of your car class itself,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Fine. Let me show you one of the program which will give you an idea. See, let me share my screen. Is the screen visible to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have this as an abstract class, which is your animal, and you have got abstract method.
Not not showing, sir.
Not
Not
visible?
not with.
Okay, wait, let me do screen sharing again.
Yes.
Now is it visible? Yeah. So
Yes.
this is your abstract class. And for now, we have just one of the abstract method, that is animal sound. Okay.
Hmm.
Now you have one more class, which is dog, and it is extending your animal class. Okay. Here you can see we haven't defined any body. We haven't defined any uh, body for this particular method, right? It's just a name and
Yes.
then the bracket and the semicolon. Sorry. Yeah. You were telling something?
No, sir.
Okay, so we have this another class which is extending this abstract class, and now it becomes the responsibility of this class to define the body for this particular method. Right, so we say public void animal sound system.out.println, and here we will define this as a method. Okay, so this method is same as this method, but here it has got the body, right? Now we will define the main that you did, and we will define the object, right? And then we'll say object dot animal sound, right? We'll call this method. Simple.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
this is how you will be using your abstract class. And we were discussing about abstraction. Okay, now tell me, what is inheritance?
Inheritance means we are using like parent and child relationship in that one.
Hmm.
We are using the methods of and variables of the parent class in the child class. Like we use extend there, extends
Extends
keyword.
is the keyword, correct?
In
Okay.
there we have single inheritance,
Mhm.
multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. Like that we have inheritance.
Yeah, great. Fine. What is the advantage of inheritance?
Inheritance is because of the inheritance we cannot we are not writing the code again and again the same code same method. We are using the existing method for the inheritance.
Okay, great. Correct answer. What is method overloading in Java?
Method overloading means the
Overload. Yeah.
same method with the different parameters. We are creating the that uh, overloading means the same method we can use with different parameters. That is method overloading
Okay. Can
with
you
different
write
data types.
with respect to data? Correct. So with respect to data type is one of the thing. You can also increase the number of parameters. For example, earlier there was one parameter and now you have two parameters. That can also happen. Can you write a simple program for method overloading?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Is it fine?
Yeah. So can you explain this program, what you have written?
Here I have overloading the method with the same class name as a method name. This is called overloading. And we have used here default parameter and here parameterized constructor.
Hmm.
It's overloading where we use two parameters in here. So while object is creating, then the
Hmm.
overload in this method it called the default parameter that method. And in next it is used two parameters like int, like a and b. Here we added that one, and that output is visible in this method.
Hmm. Okay. So object name, instead of defining O, you can keep some obj or some any other free text, right? So that it is easier for to understand object name. Method name should start with a lowercase, right? Public void overload you have kept. Okay, here the class name and method name both you have kept same. So rather than that, keep class name as overload and method name as something different.
Oh,
Okay, rest all looks good. No issues. Can you run? Okay, you have already run. You got
okay.
printing and you got 5. Okay, fine, fine, fine. You can also keep one more method with just one parameter. So method with no parameter. method with one parameter. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine for now. Method with two parameter. In your real-time interview, you can keep like that. Okay,
Okay.
great. Wonderful. Fine. So overloading is done. Now let us go to the next question. Okay. What is autoboxing in Java?
Autoboxing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, sir, I didn't.
Okay, no problem. No problem. See, you have to try to give answer in a real-time interview, right? If you will tell no that you haven't learned about this, then see in an interview what would happen, you never know what would be the how many questions you would be able to answer. Try to give some answer in a generic format, right? Auto boxing. So as the name itself suggests, what is auto boxing? So it is converting a data type from one to the another, right? So you are converting the primitive data type to the object type, right? So you are converting from int to an integer, from long to long, right? So you have got wrapper classes in Java, right? You have got their object types. So what you are doing, you are doing conversion from one type to the another type. Simple. Auto boxing, all these concepts are used, right? Then they might ask you typecasting, all these things, right? So this is how you
Parsing
have to
also is used. Parsing also is called, no?
parsing.
Int, parse int, like that. We change the data type.
So can you write something so that I can get an idea? As of now, I'm not getting that idea. What you are telling about passing? You're passing by value or passing by reference. That is what you are telling.
Like a string, we want to convert string into integer, then
Hmm.
we write at parse int.
So yeah, so parsing string in Java, that is known as converting the data in the string format,
String
right?
only for
Yeah.
string it is used as parse.
So
Parse.
so generally there are many Java classes that can have the parse method, right? Parse method means Parse.
Yes.
That is the method, right? So the parse method receives some string as input, extracts the information from that, and then it converts those things, right? So that is also one of the method in Java which you can use, parsing methods.
Parse is different and autobox is different.
Yes, both are different. Both are different. See, I'll tell you the example of parsing as well. Uh, okay, now is my screen visible?
Not at.
Not yet. What is happening? Wait, let me screen share this. It's
Yes,
loading.
it's visible.
Now it's visible, right? So you are talking about this, right? Parsing thing,
Yes.
right? So you can parse. You can use in case of integer as well. You can use. I just gave you an example of string. This is an example of integer. You can use any of these things, all right? This is actually a method, right?
Hmm.
Which is useful, right? Auto boxing is a different thing that we saw, right?
Hmm.
So parsing things and that is there. Uh, Fine. Now let us move ahead. Okay. What is the difference between multi-level inheritance and hierarchical inheritance?
Multi-level inheritance means like it's a layer of to parent child, then that child, that like multi-level inheritance. And hierarchical means single parent have the methods of that parent, and other like um, in multi-level inheritance
Hmm.
the uh,
Okay.
like uh, grandparent, parent, and child. Likewise, that is
Correct.
multiple
That is
inheritance.
multi-level. So you have a class A that is extended by class B. Class B is extended further by class C. So it's a sequential, multi-level, right? 1, 2, 3, like that. Now, what is hierarchical?
Hierarchical means single parent class. It is
Hmm.
extended by class A and class B.
Right, right. So you have one parent class, for example, class A, that would be extended by class B, can be extended by class C, and so on and so forth. Fine. Which are the two types of polymorphism?
Polymorphism.
Hmm.
Overloading and overriding.
Correct, correct, right? So those are the two types of polymorphism. What is the purpose of constructors in Java?
Constructors.
Hmm. Why do
We
we
have
need
used
constructors? Yeah,
uh, same class name as the object name or
mm,
method name in the
right. So constructor is having the same name as that of a class name. But what is the purpose of constructor? Why do we need constructors in Java?
constructor uh, to duplicate the instance of that class.
To duplicate the instance. To no. So why do we need constructors? So constructors' main purpose of using constructor is to initialize the object, right?
Yes.
It is used to initialize the class instance variables. When an object of the class is created, the constructor is called automatically, and it would set the initial value of that particular object's instance variables, right? Without constructors, objects would be created, but those would be created with the default values for their instance variables, right? So they will
Yes.
have default variables, but with the help of constructor, they will be able to initialize the objects, right? Now, which are the different types of constructors in Java?
Uh, constructor construct
Types. Yeah.
types. Types means default constructor,
Mm-hmm.
parameterized constructor,
Great. Then
and non-parameterized constructor.
default constructor, parameterized constructor, and non-parameterized constructor. Okay. What do you know about data types?
Data types means like there are two types of data types in Java, primitive and non-primitive. In primitive, we have integer, float, and character.
Mm,
For that, they assign some storage for that data types. Like int, for int, we have 4 bytes.
mm,
And, for double, we have 8 bytes. Uh,
mm,
for float, we have 4 bytes. Like in float, we have used decimal type data. And for character, it is a character like
mm.
string. String is non-primitive, but character is a primitive data type.
Okay. Okay. Great. Fine. What do you know about garbage collectors?
Garbage collector means once the storage is used and by the process of that, if the uh, storage is emptied, like it is of no use, then it will go in the garbage collection.
So, which are the types of garbage collection?
Garbage collection.
Mm.
And I don't know.
So you have serial garbage collector, you have parallel garbage collector, right? Now, what is garbage collection? So garbage collection is nothing but it will assist you with the memory management, right? So it is generally known for having the performance, right? So whenever you want to remove the unused objects in your program, you'll be going for the garbage collection, right? So that's how you'll be using the garbage collection. Okay, Rupa, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. For next week, I will prepare much better so
Sure.
that
Yeah,
you can take.
let me share the feedback with you.